What's going on, guys? It's Gator here, and you see we got another big box on the table. Last time you saw me, we unboxed the back leaf blower that resides here now. And now, so I have a bunch of trees on the property, essentially, and I can't reach all the branches, so I figured, well, might as well get some sort of pole saw, and this is another purchase off of Amazon, and it should come with a whole bunch of accessories. So we're gonna get this box opened up here. So here we got the box. We're opening it up here. Now there should be multiple different attachments in here. You can already see some gloves. Starts off with some gloves. And so we got some sort of shield here, looking like it's gonna be for the weed eater. This one's gonna have a lot more assembly required, it looks like, than the backpack blower did. Set all that to the side. We got our fuel mixing jug, which is the same jug that we had with the backpack blower. Luckily, we already have some fuel mixed up. Got another shield here. Don't really know what that's from, or what that's for, but we'll learn, I'm sure. Earmuff, made in China. So I'll put that up there. Earmuff, made right in China. All right. Now we're getting to the good stuff. They give us some strimmer, or some string for the trimmer here. Something here that, oh, that's the actual machine. So we got some styrofoam. We'll throw in this box here. Put the string to the side. Get this styrofoam in that box. Got an extension pole. Hoping for the pole saw. Maybe we can be so lucky. Extension pole. We gotta find somewhere to put all this stuff off to the side here. We're gonna be getting some heat in the garage pretty soon as well. So pull the machine itself out here. Get that out of the way. So this is a little bigger than your standard leaf blower, but that's okay. Or your standard weed eater, I should say, but go back heavy right now. Look at that trigger. Huge. Anyway, we'll set that down here for now. Keep digging into this box. We got the head for the weed eater with a little screw-on thing here. All right, set that off to the side with everything else. I don't think I'm going to use the weed eater all that much. I think it's going to be more so a pole saw. I don't know what this is for. It's some sort of mesh. We got what looks to be the brush saw head here. Stuff is falling. We got to find a place for all this stuff. Handle for the weed eater, it looks like. Basically, the part that I'm most looking forward to, I believe, is right here. So this is the hedge trimmer. This is the hedge trimmer attachment. The rod coming out of it. Here's the hedge trimmer. We'll put that off to the side. And here we go. We got the pole saw attachment. Somewhere I'm assuming it's going to be the chain and everything, but here is the pole saw attachment, as we have something actually left inside of this bag. A lot of plastic involved in this. Put that off to the side. Here we have what looks like I think what that was is a shield for the pole saw. So your oil goes here, and this mechanism here is where your oil goes. We have the bar for the pole saw here. I don't know how big this is. It looks to be a 12-inch bar. We have a chain here, which it is 12-inch, 3/8 by 12-inch. And we'll set this off to the side. I don't know about all these shields and everything and how much I want to. This looks to be all shield here, as well as this. Basically, the one we're most looking forward to is the pole saw. So what do we got here? This is an installation guide, brush cutter blade, and brush cutter blade. There's 2 different brush cutter blades, and I don't see any sort of instructions, so we're gonna have to learn together. 4-in-1 gasoline garden tool set. So we're gonna learn together how to get the pull saw operational. So just like that, we got our pull saw attachment on there. And I don't know what this does, but looks to be that's all set up. And now, like I say, there's no instructions to be found. So we're doing as good as we can here. So I think there's an extension pole here. So if we wanted to extend the pole saw another, length, we could. But right now we're just set it up like this. The next step is the bar. Now I've set up chainsaws before, so I'm sure this isn't going to be too different from that. So we have our bar here. Nice little 12-inch bar. Pop this nut off, then put our bar in here. Actually, this needs to be adjusted way out. Okay, so now we have our bar on. We gotta get the chain. Now, I don't know how good of a chain we're working with here, but we'll see. I'm sure it's tangled. It is. Oh, it's not. Okay. Make sure we got this on in the right direction. All right, we gotta remember it's gonna be coming out that way, so put it on the sprocket here. We'll have to adjust the bar out just to get the chain onto it first. Once we can get that out. Good, it comes with some sort of adjustment though. Alright, so now that we have the chain on the saw, it was kind of difficult because you got to line it up and get everything lined up. It's just like a regular chainsaw. It's just kind of cheaper because it's an Amazon saw. So now there's a 10mm lock nut, I should say, to go on here. If I could get it to thread on. But you just want to put this finger tight because you still have adjustment on your saw. So get this on there so it's finger tight. Like I say, the chain is on there very loosely. Now you take your flathead screwdriver, you gotta go underneath here and tighten up your chain. That's probably good. Now you take your socket, whatever size it is. This one happens to be a 10mm head nut. And you tighten everything down. And that should be good and tight. Make sure you got this nut tight here. Alright, so far we have added our pole saw attachment. We have our pole saw. It's a little heavy, but we'll see what happens here. We're going to get some fuel and oil mix into this machine here. And we'll get some bar and chain oil into this reservoir here. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so now we're ready to add some bar and chain oil and some fuel. So the bar and chain oil of choice is the stuff I use for everything, just some regular STP bar and chain oil. We'll come and we'll put that in here. Now I'm not going to put too much because I don't know how it's going to be, how it's going to seal over winter. So we're just going to put enough to try it out here. It's a tiny little reservoir, about a quarter of the way, and this stuff is thick. It's cold out. Working on some heat situation for the garage here. We'll get that figured out before the winter project. Now remember, for the winter project, you have 1 week as of today. I've narrowed it down to 3 vehicles. It's between the Chevy Blazer, the Suzuki 185 four-wheeler, and the go-kart. Go to that last video, vote, and or go to the video. It's titled Choose My Winter Project. Vote on it, and we'll go from there. So now we'll get some fuel into this thing. Now the thing about it being an Amazon purchase and it was cheap is that it's kind of vague on what fuel to use. Some say 32 to 1, some say 25 to 1. It's kind of all over the place. So I have some premix here for my Yamaha Blaster that's in the back corner there right now, stored for winter. and it's 30 to 1. So we're gonna run 30 to 1 in it. It should be all right. So we'll go and grab our can here. Now we're not gonna fill this all the way full because, like I say, we're going into winter here. This is more so for next year. So we're gonna get it full enough so we can try it out, but I don't wanna have fuel sitting in it all winter, even though this is premium. I don't really wanna have it sit there all winter. So we gotta, there we go, that should be good enough to fill it. All right. Get some fuel going into there. Try not to make a real big mess. I'm making a gigantic mess, actually. Just enough fuel to try it out. It's got a pretty large fuel tank, actually. And that should be enough to try it out. Put the cap back on our, I think this is 93 octane, actually. I don't know where we're leaking from. Shouldn't be from the cap. All right, next clip you'll see us. See if she'll run and cut some wood for us. Say so myself, she works pretty good. So you saw the attachment in this episode. You saw the pole saw attachment on this machine. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll show you the brush cutter and the weed whacker attachment as well.